with me like they ever be. Dealing with these devils that stay above it all. Every long time it takes a little even through the wicked cause you bumping your gums. The same energy when you hear your boy come like a dog. Let my name in your mouth like spit on your tongue and come like you when I say you better run, boy, run. I've been home, bro, out the way working on my soul, even on the stroll. You know, bitch and net acting hard, connect the dots on these weirdos like dominoes, moving blocks to the second house in this Peter Road. Authentic to my city like Papa Joe was my dynasty 94 used to rock it, I just dream shaking, go for the goal. Dancing in coasters, I'll never fold. These boys shaking like Ross, Mr. BCL's in the studio. I walk through the fire like them two boys with a Bendigo, just wait a pseudo. To my CEO, and prize on the job. Rock just is cargo. I step in any pride like the fucking hockey boy, I'm too ice cold. You keep opening your gums. E5, oh, you better run, nigga, run. Everybody gets scared when the rappers got a gun. Boy, you keep opening your gums. It's a dip boy, call me Walks in November. That's my middle name, these shoulders cold like the winter. My lineage of priesthood, that's royal like silver. Don't put my clan, these turtles have shell like Spencer. I came up with the business, so I'm Shaquille to the center. With no regard for human life, son of God, when I enter, I injure any goal, I'm in the arena when I to my opponent's old meal, taking L's unless you a bender. It's sauce water, splash town like sauce water. Your sauce taller, shrimp nigga tossed and bad water, 10 toes. Arm swinging out of this red shine, rap to sleep. With 2 fish to $5, say pardon me. These the sausages out of pocket, these angels trying me. For a piece of 5 and counting calories. Can't tell I've been in the gym, look at my anatomy. You should carry the status, throwing shake full of hypocrisy. Keep bumping your gums, E5, oh, you better run, nigga, run. Everybody gets scared when the rappers got a gun. Boy, you keep bumping your gums. All right. Clap it up. All right, it's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Hey, Swati, do me a favor. That first knob, turn it down just a little bit. It's getting a little feedback. That first knob. Check. Turn down a little bit more. Check. All right, good. All right. So, since we are out of Genesis, we're going to talk about something that's extremely important, especially right now with a couple of things going on, right? With, post the election and how for some reason, I don't understand how politics makes Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans antagonize and attack Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but also, we got Hebrew Academy going on. You know what I'm saying? And something that is extremely important is understanding the fruits of the Spirit, right? Christianity will have you thinking it's, it's these falsetto type things that make you feel all wonderful and caught up in the rapture inside. But you're going to find out from what we read today, it's a hard road to get to these fruits of the Spirit, right? Before we start, does anybody have any questions, any scriptures they need broken down? Anybody been reading anything? Anything that came up in the media that they need understanding on? Yes, no, maybe so. What you got? Paul always got something. What you got, brother? Hand him the mic so I can hear him online. Turn the second one down. There you go. All right, go ahead, Spar.
Salakia, if I may, so I heard yesterday a brother, when we was at at Hebrew Academy, he brought the Nephilim up. What exactly is the Nephilim, and what scriptures can you use for them?
Oh, no sweat, no sweat. All right. So, I mean, you're taking us back where we left from, brother. You're taking us back to Genesis.
Well, so like we've been in so long, I just want to recap a little bit.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all good, brother. I ain't mad at you at all. I ain't mad at you at all. So you want to go to, let's see, Genesis. I think it's chapter. I want to say chapter 3 or 4. Yeah, Genesis chapter 6. All right, you can start at verse 1.
And I'm calling this the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and daughters were born unto them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took themselves wives, of all which they chose.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Okay. Keep reading.
Verse 4. There were giants in the earth.
There were what?
There were giants in the earth.
There were what?
There were giants in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
In those days, and also after that.
All right, so the word Nephilim comes from that word right there. Comes from that passage right there. So if I go to the Strong's Concordance, what's that? Genesis 6 and 4, right? Let's see. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. Hold on. King James Strong's. All right, so that word right there is from Strong's Concordance H5303, which is Nepal, right? The root word is Nepal. It's Nepal-yum, right? Which means those that fail. Because, I mean, we all know, I mean, those in Hebrew Academy, I know y'all are very familiar with the word Nepal. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the word Nephilim comes from. Nephilim is a Yiddish derivative of the Hebrew word Nepal, right? Which means to fall. That's where you get the term fallen ones, right? Because the word, that word right there is Nepal-yum, right? So now, there were giants, right? Now, when I say giants, right, I mean, the story of David and Goliath, right? All right, how did they describe Goliath?
They described Goliath as a giant.
But what? Okay, the Philistines were known as great men of old, right? So, but when they described Goliath's armor, well, let's just go to it. That's in either 1st or 2nd Samuel. Armor Bible verse. 1 Samuel 17 and 5.
This book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he had an helmet of brass upon his head,
Mm-hmm.
and he was armed with a coat.
Started verse 4.
Come verse 4. And there went out champion out of the camp of the Philistines,
Mm-hmm.
named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits in a span. Verse 5. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels.
It was how much?
5,000 shekels.
And just so you know, 6 cubits is 9 feet 9 inches. So Goliath was 9 feet tall and 9 inches. Just want to let you know, the AIA minimum space requirement for commercial building ceiling height, floor to ceiling, is 10 feet. In this space is 10 feet. So his head was 1 foot shorter than his roof. Brother was 9 feet tall. You understand? Keep reading. And it said how what was the weight of his armor?
5,000 shekels of brass.
Let's see. Let's get that calculation. How much is 5,000 shekels of brass in pounds? No, in pounds, not in height. So a shekel of brass is 0.25 pounds. So his armor weighed 2,500 pounds.
That's of 2,000, 5,000 pounds.
So imagine like wearing a level 4 plate carrier like Y.A.H.N.Na got on. That weighs 2,500 pounds. I don't know too many people that can bench press 500 pounds, let alone carry and be able to move and swing, and move athletically and agile. To be in war and you have your armor on, you got to be able to move in that armor in that meal. Right. So his armor weighed 2,500 pounds. He was 9 feet tall. Keep reading.
Verse 6. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. Verse 7. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver beam, and his spear head weighed 600 shekels of iron.
Let's see how much that weighed. 600 shekels of iron weight. Should we just go, let's see, 600 shekels of iron. Nah, that's way more than 50. Oh, so 600 shekels of iron, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit over 16 pounds. So what he was wielding weighed 16 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like have you ever lifted up a 25-pound dumbbell? Imagine wielding that. You understand?
Right. Yes.
Like that was his weapon. So his armor weighed 2,500 pounds. His weapon weighed, we just gonna say, 15-pound dumbbell. What you got, Y.A.H.N.Na? Right, that was just the blade. That wasn't even the stick that was holding the spear on the blade. That was just the stick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is a behemoth of a man. You understand? And it was a tribe of them. Right? So the answer to your question, were there giants in antiquity? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Now, depending on how your boy was talking about the Nephilim, now we don't teach in Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge that the Nephilim had sex with the daughters of men. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture says that the sons of God, and we know that the sons of God were who?
The ones that came from Adam.
Adamites.
Right.
Right? Adamites. You know what I'm saying? So the Adamites started mixing with the other nations that were around at that time. We know that there were other nations because Cain, when he left off, he went into the town of Nod and he took a wife. So there were other people upon the face of the earth, and we also know that because the serpent in the garden is a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was a man of another nation that was trying to talk Eve into following another culture that the Lord told Adam explicitly not to deal with those trees in the garden. And we know that those trees are different men, different nations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. You got any other questions on it?
So just to get it straight, so the Nephilims were
all
another race of people.
Right. So Nephilim is the word used for giant in the Bible. Right. So the root word, the Hebrew word is Nepal.
Nepal,
right. Okay. And if you're asking were there giants in antiquity, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just gave you one. It was a tribe of them. It was a nation of them. I mean, hell, you go to Kenya. I mean, hell, Yao Ming. You know what I'm saying? How tall was Yao Ming? Yao Ming was like what, 7'10", 7'6". That's a giant. Shaq is a giant. Go ahead. What you got?
So like I said, you were saying how much was the 5,000 shekels as far as?
So it said so. According to here, the shekels of bronze is 0.25 pounds. So I just multiply 0.25 times 5,000.
Yeah, I think that might be an incorrect measurement because based on the measurement that I found because I was like, when I started like thinking about it, I'm like, that's a little bit too, like, ain't no, even at 9 feet, he ain't gonna be able to, 1,500 pounds is just absolutely too much, right? So when I found the more realistic measurement, it was saying 82.5 kilograms, and then I converted that into pounds. That means his coat was 181 pounds. Still, which is heavy as hell. But I'm just saying it's more realistic. But it's still crazy.
Like that's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Like, bro, can you imagine trying to run? You know what I'm saying? With 100 and how much?
181 pounds. That was just
181 pounds. You feel me? So this brother was walking the extra 200 pounds on his body easy between his weapon, his armor, and his helmet. You know what I'm saying? And he was wielding that thing. Imagine getting hit with 15 pounds in the face. A 15-pound dumbbell in the face. Like, come on, bro. Like I'm talking about he whacking your head off with a clean super. He's splitting you down the middle like butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you getting your brains is being exposed with one blow. Straight up.
Out of there.
You know what I'm saying? So there were giants in antiquity, right? But depending on that person's angle, like if he was trying to talk about like the Nephilim from the standpoint of the book of Genesis, and like, they went into the daughters of men, and that's how we got the giants. No,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, there were giants in antiquity. You know what I'm saying? So you got two examples, two precepts. You got Genesis chapter 6, and then you got 2 Samuel or 1 Samuel, wherever we are. Dealing with David and Goliath. What you was about to say? No, you about to say something else?
And I was about to say like Nephilim, but we got the information. Can we also use that as reputation also?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so and Goliath was known in the earth. The Philistines were known in the earth, and you have examples of giants now. It's a 9-foot kingdom right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is huge, bro. They praising him like he a god or something. Down in Africa right now, you can go on TikTok. He's 9 feet tall, bro. You know, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? So there are examples of this today. You know what I'm saying? I watched a interview with a ex. What the Army's got? They got what's a Delta Force? Are they the Delta Forces? Because I know you got Navy SEALs, I think it's the Delta Force. Right. I think that's their special forces. And he had an interview dealing with some large humanoid being, you know what I'm saying, that was taking boys out with one fell swoop, and it was moving faster than anything that they've ever experienced before. And they said they've never experienced anything that tall or that large. And it was a man with red hair in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? So China's still here, brother. You know what I'm saying? You have it biblically, and then you have real world examples now. You got Yao Ming at 7'6". Shaq is how tall is Shaq? Yeah, he's 7'1". You know what I'm saying? You got the dude that I just told you about in Kenya. This dude is like he make big swole 6'3" men look like children. You know what I'm saying? So all right. So let's get to the subject matter at hand. Dealing with the what you got? What you got? Give him the mic.
I needed a breakdown on Isaiah 36 and 11 through 12.
Isaiah 36. All right, go ahead.
Then said Eliakim and Shebna and Joah unto Ribshak.
You said 36 and 7?
36 and 11 through 12.
All right, go ahead.
Unto Rishabka, speak, I pray thee.
Just turn it. The water.
Unto thy servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it, and speak not to us in the Jews' language, in the ears of the people that are on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12, Rishabka said, hath my master sent me to thy master, and to thee to speak these words? Hath he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piss with you?
Mm-hmm. What's your question?
I wanted to know why he asked them to speak in the Syrian language instead of the language of the Jews when he was a Jew.
So it's the same thing during the Hellenization period during the time of the Maccabees, right? So right now we're in the Assyrian captivity, right? So it was frowned upon to speak your native tongue, and everybody. It's the same thing when our Issacharite brothers come to Texas, be like, you're in America, speak American. You know what I'm saying? Don't be speaking that Espanol, that them chalupas. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to speak so they can understand you, so you ain't plotting against them. Hey, Yakabat, the back of the front of the receiver for the portable mic, turn that down. That's what's feeding back into there. So I mean, it's pretty much that. You know, like in the Hellenization period, you couldn't speak your language, you couldn't profess that you was a Jew, nor could you keep any feast days whatsoever at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's simply that. You know what I'm saying? So each captivity, they pretty much kind of had the same rules, but the Greek, the Hellenization, the Greco-Roman captivity, it was probably one of the worst, and then it progressed when they brought us over here. Because, I mean, we still are under Greco-Roman society. All right, no sweat. All right. Okay, go ahead. What we got?
It's like, I don't mean to, you know what I mean? But, I've been pondering about this for a while, like in the book of Jonah, chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. I would wonder, like, what is the general meaning? Why did the Most High?
You said Jonah what?
Jonah chapter 4, verses 6 and 7.
Read it.
The book of Jonah, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord prepared a gourd and made it come up over Jonah, that it might be a shadow over his head.
This is funny because me and Kat was just talking about this yesterday. Go ahead.
To deliver him from his grief. So Jonah was exceedingly glad of the gourd.
Verse 7.
But God prepared a worm. When the morning rose the next day, it smote the gourd and it withered.
All right, so what's your question?
My question is, like, you know, I've been thinking about this, like what is the meaning, like, of it? Why would he make it come up and just, you know, make it go down the next day? Like, what's the deeper meaning to it?
Did you finish reading the entire chapter?
All
right, so what happened after the worm ate the gourd? What happened after that?
What happened is the Lord spared the city.
No, what happened immediately after the worm ate the gourd? What took place?
Let me say it. Can I read verse 8? Or
go ahead.
Verse 8. And it came to pass when the sun did arise that God prepared a vehement east wind, and the sun beat upon the head of Jonah, that he fainted, and wished in himself to die, and said, "It is better for me to die than to live."
Keep reading verse 9.
Verse 9. Verse 9. And God said to Jonah, "Doest thou well to be angry for the ground?"
For the gourd.
For the gourd. And he said, "I do well to be angry, even unto death."
Keep reading.
Verse 10. Then said the Lord, "Thou hast had pity on the gourd, for which thou hast not labored, neither made it grow, which came up in a night, and perished in a night."
Verse 11.
Verse 11. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 60,000 persons that cannot discern between their right and between their left hand?
So the deeper meaning is that Jonah was mad of a gourd that he didn't plant, nor did he nurture, for it to rise up and to give him shade in the hot day that the Lord took away. He had more compassion for that gourd than his own people. You understand? And it's the same situation today. Our people have more compassion for our oppressors in their nation than our own people. Like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we code switch when we're around the white man. We code switch when we're around the Arabs. We code switch when we're around the Asians. You know what I'm saying? But you be hard nosed, 10 toes, standing on business towards your brother. You know what I'm saying? You have more empathy and compassion to something that has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that gives you any nourishment. Something rise up and the Lord is going to destroy in the night, and you're going to be just like the children of Israel in the wilderness, saying that you take us out of Egypt so that we can die. Then to work hard to save your people and build your nation. That's the deeper meaning, and that is the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Jonah had more compassion for a plant than he had for his own people, because he didn't want to be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? It is better to prophesy that the Lord will do something and the Lord repent from his anger and not do that thing in destroying your people than you prophesy that your people will be destroyed and they get destroyed.
So it felt like Jonah was using the Lord's power as a weapon.
Right. I mean, the whole issue, the reason why Jonah ran on that boat and they ended up overboard is because he didn't want to go to Nineveh and tell them that the Lord was going to destroy them, because he knew if he told them that the Ninevites would repent. You know what I'm saying? And if they repented, he would look like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to be a prophet of the Lord, and if he prophesies something and it don't come to pass, he gonna look like a hypocrite, like a liar. So he was more concerned about that than his people turning from their wicked ways.
Like his reputation.
Say it again.
He was more concerned about his reputation and salvation of the people.
There you go. There you go. That's the spirit of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. That's the spirit of a Christian pastor. That's the spirit of a false prophet. They're more concerned about their reputation and the praise that they get from men and the traditions of men than carrying on the traditions and the honor and integrity of the Most High God and following Christ circumspectly. You know what I'm saying? So like when you concern, when you, it's just like when Christ said, don't be like the Pharisees going out and praying on the street corners, for they have their reward. They want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But you, when you pray, you go into private and you pray to your Father alone. And he that you pray to secretly will reward you openly. You know what I'm saying? All right, no sweat. All right, so where we at? All right, so I think Malachi got the first scripture. Let me see where we at. John 15:2. Turn that first knob down some more. The very, very first one. Like give it like a nice little turn. Let me see. Turn a little bit more. Perfect. All right. Where we at? John 15. All right, go ahead, Malachi. Check. There we go.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. Mm-hmm. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it.
He does what?
Purgeth it.
What does it mean to purge something?
To destroy.
Just a little bit. It means to what?
To destroy.
To purge it?
Or, no, to cleanse, like, yeah.
What you say, Sid? To cleanse. A little bit more. Check. All right, cool. All right. So purging is an old word for pruning, right? So like Sid says, it's cleaning. So basically, when you go out to the garden and you look at your plants and you see like the old dead leaves and stuff like that, you prune those off, right? So now let me ask you a question, right? If you're a plant, right, do you think it feels good to get pruned? You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to produce what the Lord has for you, you got to go through hard times. You understand? In order to have a spirit of the Lord, you have to go through something in order to get something. Every single time. Nothing of the Lord that is spiritual just comes from happenstance. You're not a spiritual person because you wear crystals. You know what I'm saying? You're not a spiritual person because you read tarot cards and your tarot cards tell you what to do. You're not a spiritual person because you read tea leaves and coconut shells. You're not a spiritual person because you're a palm reader, or you can do gematria, or you can read the astrological signs in the astrological bodies in the sky. That does not make you spiritual. But what makes you spiritual is how you treat your brother, your mother, your sister, you know what I'm saying, your wife, your husband when things get hard. That's what makes it spiritual. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 45:8. Give me that. Somebody give me Isaiah 45:8.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 8. Mm-hmm. Drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness.
Hold on. Is it no, I think it's 48 and 9. Let me see. Yeah, Isaiah 48 and 9. 48 and 9.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
For my name's sake will I defer mine anger,
Mm-hmm.
and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off.
Because one thing that you have to understand, we all deserve to be cut off. You know what I'm saying? If not for the things that we've done in our life, for the things that our mother and fathers did in their life, for the things that our grandparents did in their life, because we were cut off our culture. We were cut off from knowing who we were as a people. But the Lord refrained his anger from us because we all deserve to die. You understand? Like, if you smoking weed and destroying your temple, if you smoking cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, destroying your temple, you deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? If you're being a whore or a whoremonger, you deserve to die. If you're a thief, you deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? If you're a liar, you deserve to die. If you're a murderer, you deserve to die. You understand? But keep reading.
Verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
You understand? This is one of my favorite scriptures because of this example, right? Does anybody know what the purpose of a furnace is? Say it one more time, sis. Not in this case. So it said that I will refine thee not like silver, but in the furnace of affliction. All right, go ahead. How do you refine silver?
You burn it.
You do what?
You burn it.
Right, because when you pull it out of the ground, any precious metal, so gold, silver, platinum, it looks like a dull ore with a whole bunch of minerals attached to it and intertwined to it. So you got to put it in an oven and you got to heat it up to a minimum of 100 Kelvin, which is 100,000 degrees, right? And it's that heat is going to burn away any gems, any minerals, any dirt, any type of lackluster material, and what you're going to be left with is the purest form of that ore. You understand? And he said that I'm not going to refine thee not like silver, but in the furnace of affliction. He's going to refine you in hard times in hell. Your spirit does not bear witness. Your spirit does not appear when things are good. You know what I'm saying? When things are good, everybody's good. Everybody's happy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, girl, what you want? I got you. Boy, what you want? I got you. Come on, bro. What we drinking? What we doing? I got you. But how about when that bank account is negative $250? How about when you didn't got a notice from the light company, if you don't pay this light bill by 5 p.m. today, your light's going to get cut off and the bill is $150 and you know you got $5 to your name and you ain't even got groceries for the day to feed your family. What type of spirit will you have? The only way that you gain patience is people trying you. The only way you know how to love somebody is you got to experience hate. All right. So matter of fact, let's go to where the fruits of the spirits are. Go to Galatians 5:18. That's in the New Testament. We're gonna go to Galatians 5:18, and somebody pull for the first fruit of the spirit, 1 John chapter 5, verse 2 and 3. And whoever's going to be reading out of Galatians chapter 5, you might as well go ahead and hold it because we're going to be going backwards and forwards from them. When you got it, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness. Verse 20. Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies.
All right. So these are all fruits of the flesh. You understand? If you catch yourself in any types of these mindsets, you know you're not in the fruit of the spirit. You understand? If you catch yourself, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, wanting to commit adultery, you're not in the fruit of the spirit. That's not your husband, sis. You know what I'm saying? Brother, that's another man's wife. There are plenty of women out here for you to be worried about that one. What you got, Sapar?
This one just hit me. The first verse of Galatians 5 and 18. It said, but if ye be led by the Spirit, you're not under the law. So if you moving by the Spirit, does that mean you are keeping the law, or the law is within you?
All right, so let me ask you a question. What is the difference between what Christ taught and what the Pharisees and the Sadducees taught?
The Pharisees taught for their own gain, and Christ taught for what the Lord actually wants, which is to bring brotherhood to the nation. The spirit of the law.
The last part, yeah, the spirit of the law, right? So if Christ taught the spirit of the law, what did the Pharisees and Sadducees teach?
They taught the letter of the law,
right? So what is the purpose of, all right, so like prime example, sis, what's your name? Salakia? Chrissy, right? So what is the purpose of Chrissy finding out that she's an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, let's just say, you know, I mean, like me back in the day, right? Mary Jane was my main thing. You understand? You feel me? Like I was a king chief. You understand? Like I had to have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You understand? I might have one before I go to sleep. You understand? So, and I find out that I'm an Israelite, and then I'm reading, you know, that my body's a temple of the Most High God, and I'm not supposed to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I come to a brother and I'll be like, hey, brother, I found out that I'm an Israelite, man, you know, and I've been smoking and you know, and out here, you know, with all these random women, I've been selling drugs and stuff like that, but I'm gonna give all that up because I want to serve the Lord. And he's just listening to me. He's like, yeah. So you were smoking weed. That's witchcraft. You were selling drugs in the community. So now you slowly poison our people. That's murder. You know what I'm saying? And then you was out here whoremongering. So you was fornicating. Shoot. Hey, Yakubah, what you doing around 3 o'clock? What you doing around 3 o'clock tomorrow? You gonna be free around 3? Okay, shoot, we gonna stone her. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get the opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Christ brought brotherhood so that you could learn from your mistakes. What is the purpose of you finding out what you was doing was wrong and you don't get the opportunity to correct it?
So I mean that Christ brought context to the law.
Yeah, and that's the spirit of the law. Like the original first answer that you gave, brotherhood. You understand? Whenever the Pharisees and Sadducees brought someone to Christ to try and trip him up, like prime example, the woman that committed adultery, what did Christ tell the woman after he wrote all of the sins on the ground and he said he without sin cast the first stone? What did Christ tell the woman?
He said, go about your way and sin no more.
He said, go and do what?
And sin no more.
Exactly. So how does she learn from her mistakes? You understand? and walk righteously if we kill her right then and there?
To show her that there's mercy.
Because one thing that you have to understand, in order to kill someone for their sin, you yourself have to be perfect. You understand? That's why, like Christians always say, you know, why you judging me? You can't nobody judge me but God. I'm not judging you, sis. I'm not judging you, brother. But what I am doing is I am correcting you. Because if we don't correct one another, we're going to stay in the same condition that we're in. The reason that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in the condition that we're in right now is because we are a generation of cowards. You're afraid to tell your sister that she need to change her clothes, cover up. You're afraid to tell your brother to pull up his pants. You understand? You're afraid to tell your partner to stop smoking weed. You're afraid to tell your partner to stop being a thief. You understand? You're afraid to tell your sister to stop being a whore. You're afraid to tell your partner to stop being a whoremonger. We are a generation of cowards because we do not love one another. We hate one another. We lack brotherhood and sisterhood. You treat each other like this because in actuality, you want your people to die. You smoke because you want to die. You eat it. Let me ask you a question. Is it a hidden thing that to know that pork gives you high blood pressure and hypertension? You know what I'm saying? That's a known fact, right? Is it a hidden fact that if you smoke cigarettes, it's not that you might? On the box, it literally says that you will get cancer, right? But yeah, we still do it. That's because your flesh yearns to die. Your flesh yearns to go back from which it came from, the dust. You understand? Your spirit yearns to go back to the Lord, but your flesh yearns to go back where it came from, the dirt. So that's why you have to check your flesh, because all it wants to do is OD on pleasure. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're reading about right now. It wants to OD on adultery. It wants to OD on fornication. It wants to OD on lasciviousness, witchcraft, hatred. You know what I'm saying? Wrath, strife. And what's crazy is each of these things, if you indulge too much in it, what'll happen? It'll kill you. You know what I'm saying?
So that brings me back to my question. So like,
say it on the mic.
So that brings me back to 18. So is that being led by the Spirit? Is that like when you say the Spirit is that the law, statutes, and the commandments, or is just being just led by what the Most High wants you to do?
So the Spirit, understand this: the Spirit leads you to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Spirit leads you to life. The law leads you to death. You understand? The reason why is because the letter of the law sentences you to what?
To death.
To death.
Okay.
Right? If we went by the letter of the law, none of us would be in the truth. The moment that we came to the door and we acknowledged our genealogy and said, you know, we're based off of the prophecies. I'm from the tribe of Reuben. I'm a Reubenite. You know what I'm saying? Well, brother, you wouldn't circumcise on the 8th day. I gotta kill you.
Oh, okay. So the Spirit,
brother, you've been eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. I gotta kill you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to be Reuben, if you just want to be a Gentile like you was in the world, a heathen in the world, you can go be that. But if you saying that you're an Israelite, we can't let you in here like that. We got to kill you.
By the letter.
Right, by the letter. By the letter, you are sentenced to death. By the Spirit, you are given life.
Right. So the Spirit is basically the original context.
Right.
Okay, it's like,
because remember, Christ hung the law on two things. What was it?
He hung the law on two things. The law is love the Lord thy God and love your brother as yourself.
That's it. Because when you love your brother as yourself, you won't sell them drugs. You won't feed them things that'll give them diabetes. You won't sell them things that'll give them cancer. You know what I'm saying? You won't sleep with your brother's wife, with your father's wife. You know what I'm saying? Sis, you won't sleep with a man that's not your husband. You won't do detestable acts of idolatry. You won't go and worship other gods of wood and stone. Because you have the spirit of the law. You understand? Because in Jeremiah 31, under the new covenant, you'll be unto a law unto yourself. No one will have to tell you to keep the Sabbath. No one will have to tell you to keep the feast days. You know what I'm saying? Like Sapar, do I police you to make sure that you're not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster?
Lie, sir.
Do I police you to make sure that you come in to all the feast days?
Lie, sir.
Do I police you to make sure you come to Passover?
Lie.
So you are a law unto yourself. That means you're living you're living under the spirit of the law. Because back then the Levites was the popo. They was the police. You know what I'm saying? If they caught you slipping, they was judging you. You know what I'm saying? And your judgment might be a sacrifice that you have to make to make amends and atonement. If you couldn't make atonement, I mean, your sentence was either execution or excommunication. You was either kicked out of the nation or you was killed. That's simple. Now, what happens if you poor, you know what I'm saying, and you don't got no sheep or no doves to sacrifice? Guess we just got to kill you, huh? That's not brotherhood. I guess if you poor, we just kick you out of the nation. That's not brotherhood. That's why the Lord said that your sacrifices mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I would not. He said I would not congregate in your solemn assemblies because their heart wasn't circumcised. They didn't have the fruit of the Spirit. They didn't have any brotherhood. They didn't have any sisterhood. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Where we stopped at? We stopped at verse 21. Galatians 5:21.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 21. Envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
Shall not what?
Shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
That's indefinite. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you out here thinking it's cool to knock off somebody else, old lady, you're not inheriting the kingdom of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what's crazy is you just the spirit that is in our people right now. It is the spirit of our oppressor. Like drill music is at an all-time high. Everything is smoking on my ops. I'm smoking on Tuka. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's about murder, death. It was even a stint where the music was about committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Uzi Vert made a song talking about all my friends are dead. Like that's not cool, bro. Like our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because we're ODing on gifts that have destroyed our hearts. All right. Now let's get to the fruits of the Spirit. Next verse.
Verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
The fruit of the Spirit is what?
Love.
Is what?
Love.
Is what?
Love.
All right. So what is love? You said what? You said love is action? I'll accept that. What type of action? You said what? You said it's correction. All right, let's find out the biblical definition of love. All right, somebody give me what I asked for. 1 John chapter 5, verse 2. And you're gonna read the verse 3 because like this is the thing that the Christian church preaches about all the time. You gotta love your neighbor. It's about love. You gotta love everybody. You gotta love your enemies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love your neighbor. Touch your neighbor next to you. Love on them. Neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about that you get a pastor talking about love, he gonna harp on that for about 20, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get to hooping and hollering. I said love. When's the last time you loved? Love your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But let's find out, according to the Bible, what is the true definition of love? Somebody give me 1 John chapter 5, verse 2, and you're going to read 2 and 3. Matter of fact, let me go there with you.
It's like it, sir.
What you got?
Have you heard that pastor called like I forgot who, I don't know what pastor it was. He was like a clip. He was like, look to your left and your right, and that person next to you is a meat stretcher.
No, he said the Lord is a meat stretcher.
No, he said the Lord is a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, hey, yo. Like, bro, what? Imagine if Christ came back and he'd be like, Lord, I just want to thank you for stretching my meat. You feel me? The Lord gonna say, what you say? Say that one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? The Lord is a meat stretcher. I mean, he put some bass in his voice. He said, he'll stretch your meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? All right, so let's find out what the definition of love is according to the Bible. When you got to go ahead and read it.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
By this, we know that we love the children of God.
All right, so this is how you know you love the children of God. So, you know, your brother, your sister, you know, your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your kids. Let's find out how you know how you love the children of God. Go ahead.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, well, that's just loving other people. I mean, but that's not what real love is. Well, let's keep on reading. Let's find out what the love of God is. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Keep reading.
That we keep his commandments.
And read. This is my favorite part. Keep reading.
And his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard not to lie. It's not hard not to steal. It's not hard to only sleep with your husband. It's not hard not to sleep with your brother's wife. It's not hard not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard not to smoke weed. It's not hard not to do what's the new kids doing? They're doing that galaxy gas, huffing galaxy gas. Oh yeah. So look. No. So galaxy gas is the nitrous cartridge for whipping cream. Yeah, they're huffing whippets. So and I'm talking about they got the huge dumb canisters that's used for industrial machines of whipping cream that they out here doing whippets. And you know what's so diabolical about it? You can order it from Costco. You can order it from Sam's. You can get it from Walmart. It's to the point now, if you go on Sam's or Costco right now, they on back order. So, give Sister Mike. Give Sister Mike.
We suspended 3 students yesterday for having all of that on campus.
I'm talking about they when they hit it, they out they body.
They're going in the bathroom, getting high, and then they come in your classroom looking at you and
like a zombie,
zoned out.
I'm talking about. And then when I say they hit it, and then they sound like this. Oh, it was like, bro, these kids sounding like 75-year-old men that been smoking their entire life.
But see, I ain't gonna say we. Some used to do it back in the day, but they took the helium out of the balloons and did the exact same thing.
Right, or spray paint, huff and spray paint. Yeah. But it's never been like this. I mean, like, it is a huge situation. No.
I would say the ones that we suspended, they learned to play friends. Just to be popular and hang out with who they was hanging with.
So on TikTok, like I'm talking about these boys got. Ain't nothing in here. They got canisters the size of that speaker that they whipping. Yeah. You see the diameter of that speaker? They have whipping cans that size that they're ordering. Like Costco is on back order for Galaxy gas. You think I'm BS and look it up, door. You understand? So the first and most important fruit of the spirit is love. You understand? And love is telling you not to lie. You know what I'm saying? Love is telling you not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster because what it's going to do to your body is against the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? So when Yakubah was talking about correction, that's what the correction is. It's the law. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife, we have discussions all the time. You know what I'm saying? And she'll tell me how she feel on the matter. You know what I'm saying? And and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. I was like, well, I'll be like, I understand how you feel, but according to the scripture, this is what the scripture says. This is why we got to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and that is the most important thing because that keeps the brotherhood intact. If I offend you, you know what I'm saying? If you don't tell me that I offend you, how can we mend it? That's brotherhood. That's the second most important law. To love thy brother as thyself, or to love thy neighbor as thyself. That's the golden rule, to treat your brother like you want to be treated. That's love. Not putting someone in a condition that you want to be put in. You know what I'm saying? Not saying something to someone that you wouldn't want said to you. Not interacting with someone in a way that if someone acted that way with you, you cut the fool. That's love. All right. Give me let me see. Give me John 14 and 15. Let's find out what Christ said about love. So now that we know the definition of love is, you know what I'm saying? Love, when you love the children of God, you keep the commandments. And the love of God is keeping the commandments. And he said it's not grievous, it's not hard. Now let's find out what Christ said about love. Go ahead. John 14 and 15.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. Mm-hmm. If you love me, keep my commandments.
Oh, Christ said, if you what?
If you love me, keep my commandments.
So basically he said, if you keep the commandments, keep the commandments.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Because we know that love is keeping the commandments. So you can't say that you love God and you can't say that you follow Christ and you love Christ and you smoking weed. You can't say that you love Christ and you eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You can't say that you love Christ and you celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
You can't say that you love Christ and you celebrating Halloween. You can't say that you love God and you celebrating Independence Day and on July 4th of what was it, 1775 or 1776, you was picking cotton and coming off a slave ship. You know what I'm saying? Your people weren't independent. We're not independent now. You are a slave.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the only people in the world that don't speak our own tongue. You speak the tongue of your oppressor. That's called being a POW, prisoner of war. You don't have your own land. Your land is occupied. We'll be like, no, the Mexicans, they got their own land. The Hondurans and the Venezuelans got their own land. Really? I mean, Venezuela, all their oil belongs to the United States of America. How's it their land? They speak Spanish. They're not Spaniards. They're not from Spain. People in Brazil, they speak Portuguese. They're not from Portugal. They speak the language of their oppressor. All right. I'm gonna give you let's see. Give me 2 John 1 and 6, and then we're gonna go to the next fruit of the spirit. Give me 2 John 1 and 6. Oh, yeah, go to that one, and I got one more. Whoever got to go ahead and read it.
This is the book of 2 John, chapter 1, verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as you have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it.
You understand? So that's plain and simple. So now you got 3 scriptures, you understand, that tell you what love is. And now the one that I'm about to give you is the gut puncher. Give me 1 John 4 and 20. This is how you find out if someone is a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you find a Christian and say, oh, I love God, I love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read it.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
He is a what?
He is a liar.
He is a what?
He is a liar.
Keep reading.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh, whom he hath not seen?
How can you say you love the Most High in Christ, who you ain't never seen? He ain't never came to a recital. He ain't never came to a football game. He ain't never came to a cheerleading camp. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never came to a graduation. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you hate your brother, your mother, your father, right, your sister, your husband, your wife, whom you see every day. You are a liar, man. And Christ is not in you. Like, the hardest thing for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to do is to forgive. But yet you want compassion from everybody else in the world. You want empathy. You want everybody to understand what you're going through. But when it's your turn to have compassion, you 10 toes hard nose on somebody. Go ahead, brother. Give him the mic. So,
Locke, so what's so heavy about what you just brought out as far as the missing like the football game or the the volleyball game or whatever. It's like let your father miss 1 or 2 games and you hate them.
Bro.
But you ain't never seen Christ, ain't never been to a game, you know what I mean? Ain't never, but you claim that you love the Lord.
Hold on, but peep this. I bet you ain't missing no meal though.
Right.
I bet you ain't miss no cable.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you ain't miss no lights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you ain't never missed no water.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you ain't never missed a bed, a soft bed to sleep on.
Right.
But in order for you to have those things, your parents had to sleep on the floor before you got here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They had to know what it was like to drink water to go to sleep on a full stomach.
Mm.
Sometimes you eat and your parents don't just so you can be nourished. That's love. Love is sacrifice. Love is service. Love isn't just about what can you do for me. No, it's about what can you do for others. It's about getting uncomfortable for other people. Go ahead, support.
And it's like if I may say, like everything that you're saying with love, can we go back to that Galatians scripture and use that as like you walking with the spirit, right?
Yeah,
so
that's the spirit.
So the spirit is love and context that when Moses gave the law to the people, like the original meaning, what the Lord wanted from the get-go.
Exactly. Right. So I'll give you a perfect example, right? So this is the perfect example of. All right, so we know that love is following the law, statutes, and commandments, correct? All right, so we know that Christ taught the spirit of the law, the Pharisees and Sadducees taught the letter of the law, right? So this is me not showing love. Oh, brother, dang, you went to the restaurant and you ain't checked to see what the ingredients was or what you was eating. I told you not to go to that Moab restaurant. They put some dog in your food. Nah, I got the cue. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying? You come to me and tell me that or whatever. I got mercy upon you. Hey, man, you didn't know. From now on, be more conscientious of what you putting in your body. Don't just go and trust. You know what I'm saying? You go to the grocery store. Oh man, these gummies look good. You know what I'm saying? These gummies look great. You know what I'm saying? But you don't go read what the gelatin is being used in them. You know what I'm saying? You get these fruit roll-ups. Man, they taste great. But you don't look at the gelatin that they use inside of them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Yakubad. Shoot, not only just protein bars, the protein powders. Everything. Brother, they got pork in breath mints. Like when I came into the truth, I had to stop eating my favorite breath mints, Altoids. Those are my favorite breath mints. How you put pork in breath mints? Go ahead, brother.
So like how is pork is just a vital ingredient in everything.
In breath mints.
I mean,
like, brother, dang. I mean, they put pork in everything, brother. You be surprised. Go ahead, nephew.
I'm glad you brought that up. How do they put pork in Rice Krispies?
That's what I'm saying. The gelatin.
How do you put pork in marshmallows?
Gelatin. You know what I'm saying? They rather use pork gelatin than beef gelatin. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, it is so diabolical, brother. Like I'm talking about, it was a lot of things when I came into the truth. I realized I couldn't eat no more. You know what I'm saying? I was a beast on the Little Debbie snacks, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of them that I can't eat. That Star Crunch that everybody used to love back in the day, guess what? They got pork in it.
For real?
Oh yeah, they got pork in it, brother. Yeah. 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 The moon pies that everybody used to love got pork in them. Got marshmallows. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite cereals back in the day, Lucky Charms. Couldn't eat them no more. Got marshmallows. You know what I'm saying? They got pork and cereal, brother. Pork. It's crazy. Breakfast is supposed to be the most important meal of the day. Let me give you your daily dosage of death. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Take 2 deaths and call me in the morning. You feel me? So, oh yeah, and don't get me started on the Pop-Tarts. Bro, well, not all of them, but the ones that I liked. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's favorite ones, they got pork in them. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I used to smash the Pop-Tarts, bro. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's wild pork. You know what I'm saying? But pork berry. You feel me? All right. So now let's go to the next fruit of the spirit. Let's go back to Galatians chapter 5. Let's see. Let's see what verse. All right, 5 and 22. Let's find out and why he about to read 5 and 22 again. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28 and 47. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 12 and 7. And then somebody give me Nehemiah 9 and 35. Go ahead in Galatians, whoever got it.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy.
All right, so now that we know what love is, let's find out what biblical joy is. All right, so we know that love is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Let's find out what joy is. All right, whoever got Deuteronomy 28 and 47, let me go there with you. All right, go ahead. Whoever got it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Hold on. Because thou what?
Serves not the Lord thy God with joyfulness, and with the gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Understand this. Joy comes from service. You don't believe me? Let me give you an example, right? The times that you are the happiest, it's always when you do something for someone else. You understand? Like prime example, like for the sisters, like when they spend all day, you know what I'm saying, prepping, you know, like a special date for y'all. They got gifts and all of this stuff or whatever, and they just can't wait for you to come home just to see the look on your face. The joy came from the hard work and labor in the service to someone else. For a parent, the greatest joy that they see is their child to go from that little bitty baby that they had to carry everywhere, that couldn't walk. Now that child about to graduate high school. Now that child is about to graduate college and go on to do great things. Because they knew that the service that they had to render for that child to get to someone that couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't feed themselves, didn't know how to wipe their own behind, but now is a functional being in this society, and better yet, they're a priest or a princess helping their nation. Nothing brings a parent more joy. Or better yet, nothing brings a farmer more joy than after watching a field that he plowed and plant seeds in faith and turn into a whole field of corn, or a whole field of wheat, or a whole field of watermelon, a whole field of grapes. You understand? Not only to where he's able to feed himself and his family, but he's able to sell off and to make money and wealth for his family. Joy comes from the service that you put in. Give me that scripture I asked for, Deuteronomy 12. 12 and 7. I'm sorry, 12 and 7. Whoever got it, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 7. And there ye shall eat before the Lord your God, and ye shall rejoice in all that ye put your hand unto. You
shall rejoice in what?
In all that ye put your hands unto. Ye and your households.
You go read the verse 8.
Wherein the Lord thy God hath blessed thee. Verse 8. Ye shall not do after all the things that we do here this day. Every man whatsoever is right in his own eyes.
All right. So the things that you rejoice from are the things that you put your heart into. The things that you work hard for. You understand? If you're a college student, you rejoice when you get your diploma because you knew that you had to put in 120 credit hours, you know what I'm saying, to get your degree. You know what I'm saying? Or since a teacher, to get your certification to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? How many days did you have to be a teacher's aide for minimal pay? You know what I'm saying? Before you got your check, you know what I'm saying, to be a teacher. Or all the work that you put in with these bad kids so you can be off all summer. You know what I'm saying? You rejoice from your labor. Joy comes from service. It don't come from the materialistic things. The reason why people enjoy vacations is because they worked hard for it. They work hard for the rest. That's why when Paul was about to die, what did he say? He said, I ran the good race. I fought the good fight. You know what I'm saying? He deserved the rest that he was about to get from all of his service and all of his labor. When Christ comes and we go into the kingdom, before you even get to the kingdom, the thing that's going to give you joy is when Christ says, well done, my good and faithful servant. That's where the joy comes from. Service. The joy doesn't come from the gift. The joy doesn't come from the receipt. The joy comes from those people that's in the back of the house working and cooking. It's a whole lot of work that went into that meal that you're eating tonight. It's a whole lot of work that went in, and a whole lot of service that went into putting food in that refrigerator so you can have a snack to eat whenever you want. A whole lot of service went into so you can have them lights. A whole lot of service went into so you can have transportation, gas to put in the car. This is why the Lord said that you ought to be thankful over the small things. Because those small things that you have are blessings, so you should rejoice over them. Because the Lord is blessing you with those things because of your service. That's why in the Bible it says, in everything rejoice. And be glad in it. Just because you got a studio apartment, rejoice. Hell, you got money for bus fare, rejoice. If you got money to get the famous Sapar double meats, you know what I'm saying, from Burger King, rejoice. Because it'd be a shame you do all of this work and all of this labor and you have nothing to show for it. So when you get something for what you've done, doesn't matter how small it is, rejoice. If you get a certificate for your work, a piece of paper, rejoice. It means you've been recognized for your work, for your service. Thank you for your service. You know, when people in the military, you know, when they walk around with their military uniform, what does everybody else say? Thank you for your service. Because they know how hard it is that you work. You understand? The reason why your parents throw you a huge graduation party, they know how hard you worked. They know the time you put in. It's like a prison bid. You served your time. Now it's time to get that down. Rejoice.
It's like
the joy comes in service. All right. Somebody who holding Nehemiah for me. Nehemiah 9:35. And go there with you. Nehemiah 9:35. Whoever got to go ahead and read it.
And I'm going to the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
For they have not served thee in their kingdom.
Hold on, say that one more time.
For they have not served thee in their kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And in thy great goodness that thou gavest them.
Mm-hmm.
And in the large and fat land which thou gavest before them.
Mm-hmm.
Neither turn they from their wicked works.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 36. Behold, we are servants this day.
Say it one more time, brother.
Behold, we are servants this day.
Mm-hmm.
And for the land that thou gavest unto our forefathers,
mm-hmm.
to eat the fruit thereof,
mm-hmm.
and the good thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, we are servants in it.
Say it again.
Behold, we are servants in it.
Say it again.
Behold, we are servants in it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 37. And it yieldeth much increase.
Say that one more time.
It yieldeth much increase.
Now imagine you planted one seed for, let's say, a tomato plant, but somehow 4 plants just popped up out of the earth. You planted one seed, but somehow you got 4 plants that popped up out of the earth. So now you got more than you bargained for. For what the one seed that you had faith to plant, you got much increase for that. That's something to rejoice for. But the first thing that you got to understand, you got to have the faith to serve. You have to have the faith to know, because you planting this seed somewhere, your blessing might not come from that place. You don't treat people righteously because you expect something in return from them. You serve people because you know your Father in heaven will reward you for it. You serve people because you know if you were in that position, you would want someone to serve you. If your car didn't start, you would want somebody to take the time to pull over and to give you a jump. So that's why you do it. That's why you serve. If somebody asks for $1 so they can go get them some food, you be like, hey, brother, don't worry about it. I got you. Let's go. What you want to eat? Forget them double meats, man. Let's go get some steaks. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the taco truck. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Wingstop. You just gonna get you a burger. You want a meal from them? Because if you was hungry, you would want somebody to show the same compassion to you. In order to have joy, you got to show love. Love is about sacrifice. Joy is about service. Service is a what? Sacrifice. So in order to have joy, you got to have love. And love is what? Brotherhood, sisterhood. And in order to do that, you have to serve. Brotherhood and sisterhood is not when it's convenient. All right. All right, let's go back to Galatians 22. Let's get the next. Oh, man. The next two is a doozy. And when he reads that, somebody give me, somebody hold Psalms 37:37. Somebody hold Psalm 72 and 7. And then somebody hold Proverbs 3 and 13. All right, let's get to the next fruit of the Spirit.
Peace.
It's what?
Peace.
It's peace, right? You know, I mean, you young folks, y'all don't understand the value of peace, but adults do. You know what I'm saying? Like to come home and nobody be home, brother. Listen to me. That's an unsurpassing joy. You know what I'm saying? To come home and to be able to be alone with your thoughts, just me, myself, and I. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Peace is a very valuable thing. All right. So let's find out biblically what peace is. Whoever got Psalms 37 and 7, let me go there with you. Let's find out what peace is. All right, whoever got to go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 37, verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way.
That you in Psalms 37 and 7? I'm sorry, 37 and 37, Slakia. Drop down.
Verse 37.
Mm-hmm.
Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace.
Hold on, read that one more time.
Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace.
So in order to have peace, you got to be perfect and you got to be upright. See, when you're perfect and you're walking righteously, you don't got to worry about somebody murdering you. You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder or somebody trying to get you. You understand? You don't have to worry about somebody lying to you, because if they lie to you, the Lord said, "Vengeance is mine." When you walk righteously and you're walking perfectly with the law, statutes, and commandments, you don't have anything to fear, because in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, who do we fear? The Father we fear. So if you fear God, what's a man? What's a man to a God? You understand what I'm saying? Nothing. You have nothing to fear. You don't have to worry about bills getting paid, because they're going to get paid. If you get let go from a job, guess what? That wasn't the only job that you didn't got let go from. That wasn't the last job that was made. Hell, 9 times out of 10, the Lord let you get fired, because if you didn't, you wouldn't go to what he got for you. A lot of times, the positions that a lot of us in that are better is because we got fired from a job. But you have to be willing to do the hard thing. You have to be willing to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's love. You got to be willing to serve. That's joy. And if you do that consistently, guess what you're going to get? Peace. One thing I know, that Big Mama that had they called the candy lady on the block, that had the cool cups You know what I'm saying? And gave all the kids and fed all the kids and let all the kids come to their house. Guess what you couldn't do to that woman on that block? You couldn't disrespect her. Because that woman served all those kids in that community. And guess what? Those kids grew up to be what? Men and women. If they caught you disrespecting that woman, you had hell to pay. So you got peace in the hood because you served the people. So you don't have anything to fear. The reason why the reason why I.S.U.P.K can move the way we move in every barrio, every hood, every project, you understand, every shanty town is because we service the community. And we do it consistently. And we're perfect in doing it. We have had the Bread of Life program here in the school, I am proud to say, for 5 years. Shout out to my sister Ali Ashiba, you know what I'm saying? They set that up for us at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? We have been a faithful partner with Walmart, feeding our brothers and our sisters in the community for 5 years. It's to the point now they look for us. Families depend on us. Y'all gonna be back next week? It's to the point now that Walmart, they not just giving us food. Hell, they giving us supplies. They giving us bikes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we got this refrigerator. We got this microwave that's a return. Y'all want that too? We getting appliances. Like, we getting so much stuff that we don't got room enough to receive it. Ain't that what the scripture say? You know, that's a scripture that all the pastors like to preach, you know, in Malachi. You know what I'm saying? Bring all ye tithes into the storehouse, so that they may be meat in my house, and I'll pour you out a blessing that it may not be room enough to receive it. Well, brother, we live that. This is the real story. You see that over there? That was donated. We get so many, like, we just got that yesterday. We got a double stroller for somebody that got. If y'all know anybody that need a stroller that got twins, we got a double stroller in here. Please take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to put ads out on Facebook to give this stuff away, and everything that we give away, it's in good quality. Hell, Yagaba got one of the baddest bikes in the UPK. I was jealous when he was like, man, I want a bike. He's like, Salaki, sir. I call dibs. I was like, damn. It's a bad bike, brother. Them wheels on that thing, something serious. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you're perfect and you're upright in the community. You have peace because you serve, because you have love in your heart. All right, give me the next scripture I asked for in Psalms. What was it? It was Psalm 72 and 7. Go there with
you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 72 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
In his days shall the righteous flourish.
Oh, say the who shall flourish?
In his days shall the righteous flourish.
So the first thing that most people don't understand, they think when you come into the truth and you choose to serve God, that everything just gonna be hunky dory. You gonna be blessed. You know what I'm saying? But like it says in Psalms 1, that you'll be planted like a tree by the rivers of the water to bring forth your fruit in its due season. So this scripture says, in that day, the righteous shall flourish. You understand? If you're going through hard times right now, it's okay. Keep being righteous. Stay consistent. Keep showing love. Keep being a servant. Be perfect in that. Your time is coming. It may not be right now, but I guarantee you Your time is coming. Keep reading.
Gonna come in abundance of peace, so long as the moon endures.
You understand? But you gotta be righteous. And you gotta be consistent in righteousness. Christ said, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Not a week, not a day, not a year, not a decade, to the end. And he will give you a crown of life. All right? Give me the next scripture I asked for. And we're going to move on to the next one. We're probably going to stop right there. Proverbs 3:13.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and the man that getteth understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver,
Mm-hmm.
and the gain thereof than fine gold.
Keep reading.
Verse 15. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
Mm-hmm. Verse 16.
Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor.
Verse 17.
Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace.
All her paths are what?
Are peace.
You understand? So you gotta have wisdom. You understand? And wisdom is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And you gotta be consistent in doing it to have peace. And the way that you are to be consistent is by being of service. All right? And we're gonna do one more. What time is it? It's 9:04. All right, let's do this. Let's do this last one, and then we'll do the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruits of the spirit next week. So let's go back to Galatians 5:22. And while we go in there, somebody give me 2 Timothy 4:1, Isaiah. Well, I already did Isaiah 48:9. That's the furnace of affliction. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 4:20, and then somebody give me Jeremiah 11:4. All right, go ahead and read the next fruit of the spirit in Galatians 5:22.
Long suffering.
It's what?
Long suffering.
See, that's the one that most people have problems with. You know what I'm saying? One of the hardest fruits of the spirit is long suffering. You understand? Now, can anybody tell me what long suffering, the actual word is of today that everybody asks for but don't really know what they're asking for? Go ahead, brother.
Patience.
Get that brother a hand. Everybody, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all new people coming to the truth. Look, a good prayer to ask for is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A good prayer to ask for is peace. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something you want to be careful asking for is patience. Because, brother, sister, what you asking for is to get tried. You understand? You asking to become honorary at a young age. And if you don't know what honorary means, that's an old biblical term for gray haired. You understand? Long suffering is a thing that everyone needs, but don't nobody want. Somebody give me the first scripture I asked for. What was it? 2 Timothy 4:1. You got to go ahead and read it.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I charge thee, therefore, before Yahweh and the Lord Jesus Christ, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Verse 2, preach the word.
Say that again.
Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Now let me tell you what long suffering is. So long suffering is speaking the truth in the instant. Long suffering is preaching that same truth that was in that instant consistently in every season. Long suffering is preaching that same truth in that instant in every season out of season when it ain't cool. Long suffering is preaching that same truth when you got to check a sister, when you got to check a brother. Long suffering is when you still do all that and they don't listen to you and you still show them love by doing what? Telling them the truth. Let me give you a practical example. That friend that call you for advice all the time, that don't ever listen to the advice, but they want that good word. Oh no, I got a homeboy like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner that didn't call me for relationship advice. The first time he called me, he's like, man, bro, you know, my wife cheated on me. What should I do? Well, brother, you got grounds for a divorce. Leave her. He didn't take the advice. He ended up staying. Got another child with her. He on child support, double jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Then she cheated again. He finally left. I was like, well, now you got another mouth to feed. I mean, a child is a blessing, but if you would have listened to me, you wouldn't have had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Then he called me again. Hey man, I got a new chick, bro. You know what I'm saying? What should I do? I think you should court her. I think you should get to know her. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, but I love her. I was like, how can you love her, bro? You don't know her. Well, man, I think I'm going to move her down here from St. Louis. Why would you do that? You don't know her. Each time I talked to him, he did the very opposite thing that I done told him to do. And each time he called me when he got a headache, that's called long suffering. Christ is patient with you until your last breath. We've all heard that voice that says, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't hang out with him. Stay home tonight. Don't do that. He's lying. She's not telling the truth. She's not faithful. She's cheating on you. We've all heard that voice, but we've ignored it. But the Lord still has had patience with us. Because he said, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. You have to be faithful unto death. So you have either until you die or until Christ comes back to get it right. That's the type of patience that Christ has. So guess what you have to have? The same long suffering for your brothers and for your sisters. All right? Give me the next scripture I asked for. Give me Deuteronomy 4:20.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. All
right. So this is in line with what I pulled in Isaiah 48, 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? You have to be tried and put through the furnace of affliction. That is the only way that you're going to develop patience. That is the only way that you're going to know how to deal with a situation. Like, as you grow, the things that originally got on your nerves don't get on your nerves no more. You understand? Like like your child crying, like when you first become a parent, the child whining all the time, keeping you up at all hours of the night, like you somebody see you gonna have bags up under your eyes, looking like you nigh unto death. But after a while, them cries will be like, you just hungry. I don't care. Yeah, you just hungry. Oh, you just need your diaper change. I don't care. Cry. I'll cry with you. Wah! Wah! Then the child start looking at you sideways like, this nigga crazy. This nigga done lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't like when they being mocked. They was like, oh, he didn't caught on. I got to do something different. Now I got to start throwing stuff. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, but the way you get to that point is through what? Long suffering. And then after a while, you hear the cry, be like, oh, I know what that cry means. It's a different type of cry. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he crying because he just sleepy. You know what I'm saying? That's that tired cry. Go on, just rock him a little bit, put the blanket over his head. He gonna be out in 5 minutes. We good. You know what I'm saying? But the only way you get to that is through long suffering. When you're courting, that is the most important time to go through long suffering. Because I know you burning with passion. I know you sis, you want the rod of correction, and brother, I know you want the valley of the shadow of death. You want the box. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, shoot, I mean, the Lord give you good when you gonna give up the ghost. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta go through long suffering and learn the person. You gotta learn their demons. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn their ailments. Because guess what? When you make that covenant with that person, it's forever. You know what I'm saying? You know how the Christians say, for better, for worse, for death unto us part. And guess what? It gets better, but sometimes in the beginning, it's a lot of worse. Because, you know, when you meet that person, you meet the representative. You didn't realize when you moved in with them, they house was a mess. You had to teach them how to clean, how you clean. You had to teach them how to fold clothes, how you fold clothes. Or as my wife say, everything has place. You know what I'm saying? And she suffered long. She got plenty of patience with me. Boy, put it in the dresser. You know what I'm saying? But it took time to get there. You know what I'm saying? You got to have patience with your spouse. You got to have patience with your children. But the only way you're going to get there is by suffering long. Learning what they really need when they complain. You know, they yell at you about the dishes. The argument is never about the dishes, brother. I just want you to let you know. It's never about the dishes. You know what I'm saying? When they explode on you about the clothes not being folded, it's never about the clothes not being folded. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't. What happened? What happened today? Let's talk about it. That look. That towel been right next to that hamper for a week. But today, I'm tired of this towel. It ain't about the towel. I'm telling you, it ain't about the towel. It's about her boss that pissed her off. I'm telling you. That towel been sitting there. It's about her boss that done pissed her off today. And when she saw the towel, it was the last straw. So let's talk about the boss. You know what I'm saying? Or the monthly friend that came. You know what I'm saying? But the towel is just the straw to break the camel's back. See, look, guy's situation. You know, before it was it is the towel. Right. It is the towel. But when I say it's about to be like, well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Or they family they got on their nerves. You know what I'm saying? Or they just want to be in the corner in the dark today. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I come in, I feel like I'm in a vampire lair. And it's a candle in the corner, and all the way you know it's there is when the light flicker, you see it flash off a face. And, oh, you sitting in the corner today. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta suffer long. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? Like you have to learn what the issue is. You have to learn that 9 times out of 10, the issue don't got nothing to do with you, so you can't internalize it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, when your spouse or your child, when they having issues, they just want to vent about it. They don't want solutions. But you being a parent, or you being a husband, or you being a wife, you want to solve the problem for the person, and the person doesn't want you to do that.
Right.
But you have to suffer what they're going through so that you can have peace.
Right.
Because look, my wife will tell you right now, I asked 3 questions. I asked 3 questions. Are you okay?
Right.
I'm good. Are we okay? We straight. After that, I got one last question. Are you hungry? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this food. Here you go. I'm gone. I'm gonna go in the back room. I'm gonna go work out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna think about it because it's not my problem.
Right.
It's your problem. And when you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But I'm not going to internalize. I'm not going to make an assumption. I asked you, are you okay? You said you good. Next question I asked you, are we okay? You said we good. Because I came to you and you alone. So I'm going to suffer it with you. I'm going to let you wallow in your BS. And when you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But I'm not going to internalize it. I'm going to suffer along with you, but I'm not going to internalize it. Guess what? So I can have peace. But you get that wisdom as you grow. You know, at first, you want to solve all problems. You know what I'm saying? Who talked to you crazy at work? I got to come up there? You know what I'm saying? You know, her homegirl talking to her crazy. You know what I'm saying? Her family going, you want to solve, you want to beat up the cousin, the uncle. You know what I'm saying? You want to slap his sister. You know what I'm saying? His aunties. You know what I'm saying? You want to do everything and solve every problem, but you can't. Some problems are for them to learn and for them to grow. And if you deny them that growth, you're going to block your blessing in the long run, because that's a lesson that they have to learn. If they're not financially responsible, they have to learn that lesson so you can have peace. You cannot stop somebody from going through what they have to go through. But the thing that you can do is be there with them when they go through it. And guess what that's called? Service. And when they come out of it, guess what we get back to? We get back to the joy. We get back to the peace. Because love is doing things when it doesn't feel good. So all of these things align to one another. All right? So we're going to stop right here. We're going to do the other 5 fruits of the Spirit next week. Anybody got any questions before we get up out of here? Gucci? Cool. All right, with that, we're going to say Amajin, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. We're going to face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. First in Hebrew, then in English. Repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Wadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutah, Kaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashemayah, Thunlanawa, Lachom, Call, Yawom, Wasalak now, Kabawak now, Kasalak now. Now, while Manasaya Lakab, Hamalakwa, Allah, Wahata Ara, La Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sir, turn your face in front. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters, and Israel, by the Shabbat, Maji, Ra, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yadmatah, Sar, turn your face to sisters, then to Israel, by the Shabbat, Maji, Ra, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Yadmatah,